Good evening. How are we today? Oh, that was very like radio voice, wasn't it? How are we? I'm not going to be as loud today. One, because there are other people in the house. Two, I woke up with a really sore throat. And while I'm here, it is winter season, especially if you guys are going into winter, if you're watching this or you're already in winter. This has been my absolute saving grace. So yesterday I woke up with a sore throat. And I was like, nah, that's not okay. I don't have time to be sick. I don't have time to be sick. And yeah, I just don't have time to be sick. I don't want it. That's fine. So what I did is I threw a shit ton of ginger through the juicer, an orange. So got anti-inflammatories in there, got some vitamin C, burst of energy, really good for your immune system. Both of those. You can add pepper, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, which I added to mine, and lemon for a little bit of extra boost of antioxidants, nutrition, and antibacterial, and put it all in here. So I put the juice little bit by little bit, probably about 1 or 2 shots, because it can be really potent, just pure ginger, and then filled it up with some hot water and then cold water. And I've been drinking this, and do you know what? I have never gotten through so many liters of water a day just by drinking my hot ginger juice, essentially my hot ginger water. It's been a saving grace for my throat. So if if I'm drinking all the way through this, I do apologize, but there's so much value that I want to give to you and I don't want you to miss out. So I didn't advertise this session right. Okay. So when I made this, usually what I'll do is I'll create the topic or figure out what topic I'm going to do in my head. And then I will write up a post on Monday and then reach out to you guys and see if it's anything of interest. Now, when I wrote the post, I didn't write the content, but when I was writing the content, I realized that there is a 32-minute weight loss plan for you. So I'm going to change the name of this video to the 32-minute weight loss plan for busy women. Okay. Now I hear all the time, I don't have time. I've got a busy life, it's other things take priority. Now I totally understand. So if this is something that you feel like you say or you experience, then this is going to be the right video for you. If you're watching live or if you're watching on replay, please pop in the comments live or replay. It's always lovely to see who and which one of you guys are keeping up, are watching the videos and getting the most of all of this free content. So I'm going to give you some really good solutions. Of course, I'm going to try and not take up too much of your time because clearly you don't have much. I'm going to give you some really good solutions. And the last one I want you to stick around for because it's going to be the 32-minute weight loss plan. And I'm going to go through it in detail and you're going to be like, holy shit, losing weight is not as time consuming as I thought. In fact, it only takes 32 minutes a day. Okay. So if you don't have, first of all, if you don't have 32 minutes to spare every single day for weight loss, you need to shift something in your life, right? You need to shift something in your life. And this 32 minutes, by the way, isn't collectively at once. So if you say, I don't have 32 minutes in my day, one, I either call bullshit, or two, your life needs to change. Because if you do not have 32 minutes of downtime or between activities and stuff, you are a living burnout. Okay. So if your job is too much, if your life is too much, these are going to be huge contributors because this is a high stress environment for you to be in. They're going to be a huge contributor for your weight gain or maintenance. So, I mean, the problem nowadays is weight loss feels like it takes too much time. There's going to be way too much time spent on it. We have to do these elaborate meal plans. We have to do these elaborate workouts. We have to spend an hour's worth of meditation every day, half an hour of journaling. We feel like it's going to take too much time on a daily and weekly basis, right? or we are worried and panicking that it's going to take too long to see results, right? Now, the difference between these is we either think that we don't have enough time or we actually don't. Now, like I said, if you don't have 32 minutes to spare every day, there's going to be some serious life adjustments that need to happen in your life. If you say to me, okay, yeah, I can spare a few minutes here and there, about 32 minutes a day, if that's all it takes, then that's all it takes. Bear in mind that there are some things that you can do less, so take a little less time, but this is my recommended minimum, okay? Now, the problem is most of us actually think and say we don't have time. I am massively guilty of this, right? So the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is because I've been doing a lot of self-development myself, and I have absolutely zero shame whatsoever in telling you this, is I have been one of these people that struggle with time management and struggle with my time. And so I'm speaking a lot from experience and a lot of implementation as of late. As of late, is that the right word to say? Recently, as of late, I've been implementing these things that I'm going to talk about, but because I'm in a maintenance phase, I've been applying these kind of things to my life. So I've always sworn down that I don't have enough time or any time. Now, the problem is this actually comes from a fear. Okay, so for 98% of us out there who say we don't have time, we actually do have time, right? But we paint this fear that we can't do something. So then our brain says, oh, we don't have any time. I want you to think of this. Your first line of defense is your first line of protection is defense. So think prehistorically in cavewoman days, right? Failure equals death, right? Success equals life. Failure is I walk out of the cave and get eaten. Success is let me not do that just in case I get eaten. Then I don't have to fail. Okay. So your brain is still wired in that way to this day. And I will stand by this as long as my heart's content, right? Our brain still hasn't evolved to the technology, to the AI, to the transportation devices, to the entertainment devices, to the high-stress, fast-paced environment that we live in. Our bodies and our brains are still wired, so they are struggling to keep up. So as a result, we still have these innate reactions to many things. But the thing is nowadays, it's not running away from a lion or being eaten alive or being kicked out of our community and left to rot, right? It's no longer that survival mechanism. It's no longer the case of instant survival, but it's now a case of living every day with those triggers in our brains. Please let me know if this is making sense or no sense at all. So failing and the fear, the idea of failing is innate. It's in you. It's ingrained in you. And it's not your fault because that's how humans work. That's how all brains work. But it is your responsibility, and you might have heard me say this before, it is your responsibility to take over and take control and say, okay, I'm going to feel uncomfortable for a little bit because my instinctive brain is trying to kick in and trying to save me. Thank you very much for saving my life, but this is no longer needed in 2023 or 2024. I should probably start getting used to saying 2024 now, because I'm the sort of person that will say 23 until about March or April until I actually believe that it's a new year. So fear of failing often stops us in our weight loss, in time management, right? So if you feel like you're going to fail, or if you feel like you don't have enough time and you need enough time in order to succeed at your weight loss or to achieve your goals, then this is your survival mechanism kicking in, okay? I guarantee you 98% of you do have 32 minutes to spare for weight loss, but you think that you don't have that time. Just going back to what I was saying, I firmly believed that I didn't have any time. Now, time is relative, and we all have our own 24 hours, right? But I can tell you now, I can waste 24 hours being busy, or I can use 24 hours being productive. Okay. Now, if you're just busy being busy, you're not actually getting shit done. But if you're being productive, you're getting stuff done. You're actually being active. You're taking action, right? So if you feel like, and I'm going to say this one last time, you don't have enough time to diet, I'm here to show you how you do have enough time. Now, like I said, first line of defense, sorry, I'm just going through my notes of what I wanted to talk about today. The problem is, as well, is that we don't actually know what we are doing with our time, with our days. We don't really know what they're filled up with. So when you think you don't have enough time, you actually do, but what you're doing is wasting precious moments. And I'm talking about moments. Moments are still time. We're wasting precious moments doing random, unproductive shit. And another benefit for you, if you're struggling to lose weight and you think that losing weight costs you time, I'm here to tell you that it frees up time. You can create time by being well organized, by losing weight, because you are not overeating as much. So you're spending less time eating your food. You're spending less time thinking and deciding about what you're going to eat. You are conserving and having more energy, which is then going to make your thinking and your acting faster. So I'm here to tell you that losing weight actually gives you time. Please argue with that point. I'd love to hear your arguments. So we all think that we don't have enough time. We're all struggling for time, and we all feel like weight loss is going to take up too much of our time, and our lives are so busy and chaotic that we've got so much else to think about. One little thing I want you to think about is, are these things going to be important if you run out of time? And I mean your timeline, it ends, right? Because you're too stressed out, because you're too focused on other things, on day-to-day stuff, things like putting the washing in, things like scrolling social media, and now your time has finished, right? Because you haven't been able to lengthen that time because you're being too stressed out and you've shortened your own life. That made sense in my head. Didn't make sense out loud. I know what I mean. That'll do. Right. Anyway, moving on. I've got some tips for you. Okay. Of course, I got some tips for you. Of course, I got some juicy tips for you. So I've got 4 huge fat points, and one of them is still that 32-minute weight loss plan. So stay tuned for that. Now, just before I jump into that, I want to let you know that this Friday, I'm doing a festive holiday strategy workshop, which is a mouthful for me, and I haven't been able to say it all out loud. Now, I have been doing this workshop for the last few days, and let me tell you, that's my washing machine, I swear. Let me tell you that it is currently 33 pages long. If you feel like, Bianca, hang on a minute, we're here because I don't have time, this is going to generate more time again because of the planning element. I just want to briefly share this with you before I go on and tell you how much more time you have in your life and how you can create more time. This is the festive workshop. Like, look at how insane this is, right? I'm going to toot my own horn here. I am very fucking proud of this, baby. So we have gone 33 pages currently. I've still got more stuff to do. And there's an 8-page workshop that's coming with it. I am going to run you through everything that you need to consider moving through the festive season, so Christmas and New Year's, so you can either lose weight or maintain. So you are not starting January 10 steps back. Okay. Now that festive workshop is it is a paid workshop, 50% off if you're an ex-client. It's free for all current clients. However, I think I'm going to do a last minute sale on tickets. So If you're interested in joining, it's going to be one epic session. It's going to be recorded so you can take it and you can rinse and repeat every single year. So this basically paying for this workshop gets you a survival strategy guide for the rest of life. Okay, it's going to be applicable no matter what year it is. Message me now, workshop, underneath the comments if you want the details for that. I can send them through. Right, let's go back. Thank you very much for listening to me, and if you're still here, I appreciate you. So here's some tips. I want you to do a time journal. Sorry, my washing machine is going crazy. It's like we've thrown a brick in it. I want you to do a time journal and find your time suckers. Find those leeches. Find the time vampires. Okay. It's really, really important to take stock of what you are doing with every single fucking moment of your day, because those moments will slip away, they will slide away, and you will not even realize that you have accumulatively spent about 20-30 minutes doing absolutely nothing when you could have been doing something productive, right? So you don't know, and you most likely don't know, my apologies, you most likely don't know where your time is going on a minute by minute basis. So do a time journal. Literally just print out an A4 piece of paper, or it might be a little bit longer, and do little 15-minute increments and write in there what you're doing with your day. Yes, it might take up a little bit of time then, but you get to identify where your time vampires, your time suckers are, where you're wasting time, and where you can repurpose that time. So how much time you can grab here and there is really important. I want you to think of just scrolling on your phone, being on your phone, like checking the time, right? Checking your steps. Oh, how many steps have I done today? Googling unnecessary useless questions, right? I'm so guilty of this. I will literally, someone will ask me a stupid question that I don't need to know the answer to, right? And I will waste my time Googling these questions for an answer, because, you know, that's the technology that we live in nowadays. How much time do you spend commuting? Now, this is obviously not a time sucker, but you can use and utilize this time. If you don't already, listen to a podcast, listen to your self-development, listen to an audio book on your commute. You are wasting time. You are literally letting time fly away. If you're not using it to meditate or to do a mind body scan, if you are not utilizing your commute, you are wasting time. Watching TV is a time sucker. It really is not productive. Watching the news really isn't productive, controversial. And unwinding in an unproductive way, right? Reading catalogs, reading the shit that comes through the post, window shopping, scrolling on social media. These are all time vampires, okay? These are all things that you can repurpose. Small moments like these can be replaced by a 2-minute 24-hour plan, right? So you can literally spend the 2 minutes that you would be flicking through a catalog by writing your 24-hour plan for the day, by visualizing what you're going to eat for the day, by reviewing what you had to eat that day, right? Can you see how these tiny little moments can add up into and replace the shitty things that are wasting your time and make it more productive? One big tip that I always like to talk about food prep, because no one freaking likes it and everyone thinks that it is the biggest ball ache of all, right? It will save your health. It will help you lose weight. And you can simplify it, okay? So what I do is if I make a food plan, or when I make my food plan, when I replace last week's one, I put it in a pile. I literally have a stack of all of these meal plans, okay? Now, that means that I can just rotate. So pull one out, rotate it, pull one out, rotate it, pull one out, rotate it. I now have about 20 weeks. That's a stab in the dark. I actually have no idea. I have about 20 weeks worth of meal plans. So I can literally just pull one out and go, right, we're having this. Okay. That's the thing, is we think that we have to reinvent the wheel every single week. No, save time. Save those meal plans that you write up every single week, and you'll be able to rotate that. If you do not have that, I can give you 9 weeks worth of meal plans, right? What I mean by this is you have 1 week free on the 7-day meal plan. If you don't have that, How on earth do you not have that? So I have a 7-day meal plan for free. That's 1 week. I have a 28-day meal plan, which is coming out soon. Now, little life hack here. The shitty 28-day meal plan that I already put out there for £28 is still available. If you purchase that now, you'll get that and the new 28-day meal plan when it comes out. Okay. I'm going to get it out by January. I just said that out loud. I'm gonna get it done by January. So when you purchase the 28-day meal plan now, you get the current one, which is obviously 4 weeks, and then you get the new one, which is obviously 4 weeks. Guys, that's 9 weeks for £28, Great British pounds, if you get that now. Okay, I'm gonna get the new one done and out there by January. I do not want to start 2024 with that over my head. Excuse me. So that's 9 weeks in the bag for you. 9 weeks that you can rotate already there, right? If you write it up in your own writing, write your own shopping lists, you will have it in a legible way that works for your brain, that works for your visualization, your shopping, your cooking. All you've got to do is 9 weeks and rotate, and they're already there for you for £28 max, right? If you need to know, just write it, just send me a DM and asking for the 28-day meal plan. So the next step there is to take massive action, not passive action. And the 32-minute weight loss plan is still coming up. Okay, I promise you. So I want you to take massive action over passive action. Decide and act. There is so much time wasted on chopping and changing and researching and deciding and umming and ahhing and sticking my finger up my ass because I can't decide what I want to do. Okay. Take massive action. Massive action is acting. It's going out. It's exercising. It's finding what works. It's finding out what doesn't by doing. I want you to think of doing versus thinking or planning. Thinking and planning is the passive action. That's in the researching phase. That's in the deciding phase. It's in the figuring out if it works or scheduling phase, right? Shit doesn't get done or found out in that phase. It gets done in the trial and error phase. So massive action is your trial and error. Passive action is your thinking and planning. Okay. So much time is wasted on the thinking and planning. So just get out there and do it. Just do it. If it doesn't work, it's not a failure. You just now know what doesn't work. Very important key line there. I love that line. That is my line. Thank you very much, Bianca. It's not failing. It's finding out what doesn't work. Simple. At least you're taking action. At least I guarantee you, you're probably already doing more than what you were doing, even if it doesn't end up working and you're going to have to change. Most likely is the result. You'll always produce a result, right? If it's what you want, you can then keep taking action. If it's not what you want, you stop and you change what you're doing. But you stop sitting in that passive action phase. Okay, last but by no means least, the 32-minute weight loss plan. Are you ready for this? 32 minutes. You've been waiting for this. I want you to spend 2 minutes in the morning planning the next 24 hours of food. That's it. 2 minutes. 2 whole minutes. 120 seconds. That's it. Tell me you don't have 2 minutes when you wake up in the morning. Guarantee you could do it on the toilet while you're pooping. For those of you who poop once a day. Spend 2 minutes planning your next 24 hours. Honestly, if you take your freaking notepad to the toilet and do it while you're pooping, you are saving yourself 2 minutes. And this could be a 30-minute plan, not a 32-minute plan. Spend 2 minutes planning the next 24 hours of food. That's it, right? Just write down realistically what you plan to eat for the day. There is so much science in this, which I'm not going into because you are clearly here because you are lacking in time or think that you lack in time. So I'm not going to go into the science of it, but just plan your goddamn food 24 hours in advance. Just fucking do it. Okay? Just do it. It's a thing. Then at the end of the day, so we're on 2 minutes, right? Then at the end of the day, you're going to spend 5 minutes max reviewing what you had. What went well? What didn't go well? Did I stick to my plan? What am I going to have to do differently, right? Basically, 4 questions that you need to ask. 5 minutes, okay? We're on 7 minutes for the day. I want you to eat when you're hungry and stop when you've had enough. This takes no time. You literally eat when you're hungry and you stop when you've had enough. You are already eating in your day, and you are already eating in your day. that works for both points, right? You are already eating once or twice or 3 times or 4 times in the day. You just need to start eating when you're actually physically hungry, not because your emotions tell you should start eating. And you need to stop when you've eaten enough, not when you're full. So, I mean, let's face it, if you ate until enough instead of eating until full, you're probably saving yourself 2 minutes. Technically, this weight loss plan has now gone down to 3 minutes, but I'm keeping it here, right? So 7 minutes, you eat when you're hungry, you stop when you've had enough. That takes no time at all. You're telling me that weight loss takes time? It does not. Now you're drinking water. I want you to drink more water. Drink as much as you can. Drink 3-4 liters a day. That's a stretch. I get that, right? Let's account for 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 32. Let's account for 5 minutes extra peeing. Okay. Oh, but I can't drink too much water because I wee all the time. So do I. I have an incontinence issue. If you have watched my videos before, you know that I need to run off to pee. I have an incontinence issue and I'm 31 years old and I don't have kids. Yes. Right? So let's account for an extra 5 minutes to pee. We are on 32 minutes. Weight loss does not have to cost you time. And your health and your life and you still being here in 10 years' time is probably worth more than spending 32 minutes a day, but that'll do. Oh, I missed out one. I missed out 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Okay, sorry. So let's go. Whoopsie. Move your body for 20 minutes a day, please. So that's 20 minutes, 5 minutes to drink water. So, by the way, moving your body can literally mean in your fucking pajamas, walking down the street. Nobody cares. It can be in your work clothes, walking for an extra 20 minutes, right? It can be having your gym gear on. When you wake up, you are waking up in your gym clothes. Yes, you can sleep in your gym clothes, wake up and go straight to the gym, right? Let's not make this confusing or timely. We don't need to. So think about it. 20 minutes to work out. That's 20 minutes. Spending 2 minutes on planning your food. That's 22. Spending 5 minutes on your review. So that's 27. And then we've got the 5 minutes for drinking water and peeing. Okay. I want you to listen to my training videos, to other podcasts while you commute, while you shower, while you cook. Okay. While you're taking the kids to school. Utilize the time that you have. Don't waste it. Time is precious and your health is precious. Weight loss doesn't have to be timely. That is the 32-minute weight loss plan. If you stuck to that, you would still lose freaking weight. You would. Simple, right? Now, I want you to come to the festive Christmas workshop. I'm probably going to release a discount because we've got spaces left. I'm going to do a discount. So if you're interested in joining the festive workshop, which you can rinse and repeat for the next 10, 20 years, so you've got a really solid plan. We're on 33 pages. I'm on 8 pages worth of workbooks. It's going to be intense. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be repeatable. Okay. You're going to save so much time. Just comment the word workshop and I will throw you over the details. Otherwise, save your time. I'm going to see you later. Take care, guys. I'll see you soon.